line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at Kentucky Motor Speedway, the Legacy Edition this time for the GOAT Racing League Super Series presented in part by GOAT Racing Diecast LLC. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Bollinger, coming to you tonight on the call. And this is looking like it's going to be a good race tonight. I was watching some of these guys on track, and it's going to be 80 laps of distance and no sets of tires with only 2 green-white checkers attempts. So let's go on down trackside for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole will be the 91 of Wesley Donaldson, and to his outside, and row number 1 will be Anthony Calantoni. Starting in row number 2 will be the 2 of Mike Kelly and the 009 of Bobby Whistle. Row number 3 will be the 19 of Tyler Dalton and the 24 of Cody Sturgill. Row number 4 will be the 112 of Joe Hudson and the 26 of Seth Falty. Row number 5 will be the 22 of Alan Wild and the 12 of Ryan Kirk. Sorry, you guys had to take a quick breather there. Then it will be the 7 of Scott Smiley and the 43 of Scott Smiley and the 43 of Samuel Hurrell. The 04 of Doug Stigman, the 23 of Charles Van Schaik, 21 of Lev McCartley, 74 of Brian Werterman, 96 of Wertman, the 96 of Jerry Livingston. And that rounds out your field for tonight. That, ladies and gentlemen, as the cars start to roll, like I did say before, it is 80 laps to distance. And I did see no fast repairs either tonight, too. with it being 100% fuel with no tires. So, you guys saw how aggressive these guys like to race. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens here tonight. And lights are off on the Ford Mustang pace car, as we have the drivers weaving in and out to warm up their tires, as they do know. No tires, no additional tires tonight. We do have fans on their feet tonight as well, as they are ready to go racing. Just give them a few extra seconds to warm up their tires, get lined up 2 by 2 again, as they did have that little separation pulling out of the pit lane. All race fans, it's that time once again to get up on your feet, make some noise, cheer real loud for your favorite driver, because I know you fans have been waiting all day for this. So have us up in the booth for the Mustang pace car to put on the pit lane, and it's showtime. We are underway. Right away, some good racing right away between Donaldson and Cal and Tony right away. I knew this was going to be some good racing already. I watched some of these guys on our Sunday call duke it out. You guys were there Sunday, you guys know how that tuned in on Sunday, you guys know how that one turned out. Now with their field situation, they might be able to get it on one stop, but cautions would be a big factor in tonight with having no tire sets. Also, what could also be a big factor tonight as well, race fans, is saving your tires, as you have a little bit of trouble coming out of 1 and 2. We got a car spin out of 1 and 2. Let's head down to the pedal to the metal instant replay to see what happened. So I'm hearing it was a work car wreck involving the 09. Sounds good, thank you. And yeah, we do see it coming out of 1 and 2. Looks like he just got a little loose coming out of 1 and 2. From there, trouble ensued. So let's take one more good look at it over on our cockpit cam of the 19 to see what he was seeing as things were going down. So the 19 is Tyler Dalton. Let's see what he was seeing out of all this. And from the looks of things, it looks like he was just trying to get out of the way, but the 9 cut him off, and he was flying, and Tyler Dalton went flying in the air. I wasn't expecting that early of a caution, race fans. I don't know if you guys were either. So, early caution, and now we have pit lane getting busy. Tough break for all involved here tonight early in the race. Because remember, the race over at Kansas, we did have that one was pretty much green all the way, with one caution about halfway through, if I remember. Right now we just have all the drivers trying to get back set up. Pit stops are still underway. It looks like cars that are involved are trying to get as much repairs as they can without going a lap down. And everyone just getting an extra splash of fuel in their cars, because like we did say earlier at the beginning of the race, no tire sets. No additional sets behind the wall tonight. And it does also take a minute for tires to get warmed up too, so If you spin on cold tires, it's hard to recorrect too, because cold tires have somewhat of no grip. I did not know that at all, that this was the older version of Kentucky too, way before the repave and changing of the banking too, so tougher surface on these tires as well, so that could also be a huge factor too when it comes to the later runs in this race. So word to the rise, baby your tires. These are the only set. Looks like the field's getting ready to get 2x2. Looks like we're getting ready to go back for another restart here shortly. But I see these race fans, and I do hear all these race fans in the track today. Are all really excited right now. Still, as lights go off on the pace car. Philson get 2x2. Cal and Tony, Kelly, Hudson, Smiley, and Donaldson, your top 5 here on the restart. Simile, correction, will be your whole top 5. Well, race fan, even though you just got set back down, I know you guys were just trying to sit back down after these first 2 laps, but it's time to once again stand up and make some noise yet again. I want to feel these stands shaking from up here in the booth. To see how crazy you guys are for this this restart yet again. I know you guys can do it, as I am starting to feel slight rumbling now up here in the booth for all the U race fans here in attendance today. I want you guys to also start getting rowdy for this restart as well. The Ford Mustang pace car pulls down the pit lane, which means it's showtime yet again here in the GOAT Racing League Super Series. Right away, good job by Cal and Tony. But let's see how this is gonna play out. Cal and Tony is trying to be aggressive early and gonna burn up his tires, or if he's just trying to take an early lead and coast, a good lead and coast to the finish. After that incident Tyler Dalton was involved in, he's now finding himself towards the back of the pack. Let's see if he can pull something together and try to make his way back up towards the front, make a push back for the front. We also have Samuel Farrell, Doug Sigmund running towards the back too. Doug Fowdy also running in the back a little too, trying to save tires, it looks like. Cody Sturgill looks like he's trying to stay on the same strategy as some of these guys in the back right now. Save, save, save. So it's not easy racing all in only one set. I can tell you guys that much from experience. So Alan Wild trying to make a move. Donaldson finding himself in a little bit of trouble. Almost making contact, but he saved it. You know, the ones I'm liking to keep my eye on right now are these two up front, Palantoni and Mike Kelly. They put up a good fight on each other over on Sunday. Now they're putting the fight back on each other yet again. So these two are concerning but fun to watch. Because these two look like they're going to more likely burn up their tires faster by trying racing each other hard, but That's sometimes what you gotta do if you want to win a race. Gotta race hard. Show your dominance. But anything can happen here in this race as it's still a long race tonight. Long racing means a lot of endurance, a lot of enduring, a lot of having to have strategy in place right now. So we have Joe Hudson right now just trying to fight off the 12 right now. The 12 of Ryan Kirk right now. Fighting him off. He also has to worry about the 22 of Alan Wild as well. Putting up a fight for him as well. And the 88 too. We also got to worry about as well. Correction, the 19th of Livingston as well. Now we were almost 3 wide there for a moment, but we continue to race 2x2, single file again. All these guys towards the back though want to race trying to race 2x2 and racing aggressive. Now a lot of these, now the tires are starting to get worn. You have them all trying to single file out now. It looks like Calantoni decided he had enough of racing hard for the lead as he decided to drop down to 3rd place and let Kelly and Donaldson fight it out right now. But I do feel sorry for everyone involved in the early incident, but still, it's part of racing sometimes. You don't know when this incident's going to come, you don't know where it's going to happen. Now we have Doug Sigmund trying to make a run on Seth Bowdy, but he also has to worry about Charles Van Schaik and Samuel Hill and Brian Wortman as well. But now we have Lev McCartley right now trying to fight with Ryan Cook and Alan Wild right now. Goodbye, McCartley, correction. So it looks like race fans, if we can stay like this, single file rest of the night, we might be seeing more aggressive racing, less of aggressive racing right now. So it comes down to when tires start to fall off and times start to get, a lot of times start to increase. Right now we're seeing lap times around 32s, 33s right now, as of the last lap from some of these drivers. So that's how much tire fall off is occurring right now. So our race leader Mike Kelly's best lap was 32.54, and he is falling down to a 32.76. If that doesn't explain to you how high a fall off is starting to occur right now, then that can be a factor. If you go about another 10-15 laps or so, then that's when the tires are starting to be really upset on this old worn out surface. Think back to Atlanta, old Atlanta, how rough that surface was. Think to Bristol, how that's a concrete track and that's still a rough surface. Darlington, think back to all these rough surface tracks, how they try to take tires when they fit. But with no tires, that's going to be fun to watch. But now we have Donaldson trying to put a fight on Kelly right now, but Kelly's not wanting to have any of it. So Kelly's still going to try to fight off Donaldson by keeping the air off keeping Donaldson out of the draft. I don't know how that's going to happen because Donaldson's still trying to find a way to stay behind Mike Kelly. Both starting to pull away just by a little. But not by much. As they're just half a second ahead of Calantoni's third place car right now. In tough break, but Tyler Dalton, as he's fallen back to almost a whole minute behind the whole field, as he's 50 seconds behind the whole field right now. And his last lap was a 33.88, and his best was a 33.74. But now you have Scott Stimley just trying to zip back right now in fourth and just let the guys in front of them burn up this stuff first before he pounces, like most of these drivers are doing right now. So it's better to sit in the back, let the leaders burn up their stuff, then you pounce. Because once these leaders burn up their stuff, they're not going to have much speed anymore. To a chance someone else to come fight for the lead, as we do have another fight right now as we do have a fight for second right now as well. Between as we had a brief fight for second between Donaldson and Calantoni, but right now Donaldson's getting closer and closer to the rear bumper of Mike Kelly right now. Eventually that's going to upset that car right there, these worn out tires as well. Goes on lap 23 of 80. But it looks like there might be a little bit of sliding right now. It looks like Calantoni is sliding up the track a little out of 3 and 4, but he still manages to keep it off the wall. So you do see a lot of drivers now starting to take effect to the high outside line now as well. Starting to try to find grip on the outside lane as well now. I've noticed with Calantoni a little now. Yeah, I'm seeing some of these drivers now trying to find a groove in the middle lane now, and high lane right now in the turns, trying to find a little bit of grip. Looks like it's working, but they're getting a little too close to the wall for all these guys for comfort. It looks like so they're trying to keep it off the wall. But if you watch this this back mid pack almost with the Foudy Doug Sidman in it, you would see how they were running around the track using the high lines to the high to middle lines for their advantage in the turns, trying to find grip. Pretty good strategy by them already, trying to go high and try to find grip this late to mid part of the race, this early mid part of the race. Also races like Ryan Cook just then with their partner right in front of him, taking whatever line he takes, trying to find speed from there. And we got another yellow out on the track. No, I'm trying to find it right now where the yellow happened. I think I just found it, so why don't I go take a look on the pedal to the metal instant replay to see exactly what happened. What I'm seeing happen, the 23 of Charles Van Schijk got a little loose on corner exit, which took the air off the 9, put the 9 in the wall as well, and that's what brought out our caution. If we can take one more look at it from the PTM instant replay again, from the cockpit view of the 9, so you can see what he saw out of all this. Yeah, that didn't look that good at all. Thankfully, both these drivers all gained good driver awareness from all the competitors behind them. Tough break for the 9, as this is Bobby Witzel. This is the second incident he's been involved in tonight. I know, right? Same corner, but this time he had the air taken off him from the 23 of Charles Fanshite. Well, 28 laps in, 2 cautions. These tires are struggling for grip now, so we gotta do whatever you can now to find grip on this old worn-out surface. Also, take Texas for another example, how they have put that grip strip on there for the NASCAR Cup Series and Xfinity races there over the last race they just had there to help them with a little bit of grip as the tires start to wear. Because we have more drivers headed to pit lane now as well. Looks like the drivers involved in both incidents here tonight are trying to go back down and get more repairs. Or just go top off and fuel again. I would take your fuel as cautions come out. Less time on pit road if you have to pit under green. For a longer time you have to go to pit under green. I like the strategy call there. Dalton back in the pits. We also have Doug Sigmund headed to the pits as well. They're all trying to exit the pits now, but Hal Dalton, he's probably going to stand there a little bit after the damage he ensued on the first incident to try to get more of that damage fixed. And I gotta tell you guys, this has been some good racing so far. Aggressive when it needs to be, not aggressive as it needs to be. As it's going to be Wesley Donaldson, Mike Kelly, Anthony Calantoni, Joe Hudson, and Levi McCarley, your top 5. And we got more pit lane cars going down pit lane now. Okay, we got Cody Sturgill going to pit lane as well as Alan Wild. Unfortunately, there's Joe Hudson going to pit lane as he's now back out on pit lane as the lights are off on the pace car. Now it's more going to come down to car control and finding grip. We'll be going green at lap 31 of 80. At the legacy version of Kentucky Motor Speedway. And this has been a crazy one so far, a fun one to call already so far, race fans. We've seen a little bit of everything, a little bit of 2x2, almost 3 wide at a few points, single file mainly, and only 2 cautions so far. I wonder what's going to play out the rest of the race. I know you guys are wondering the same thing. We'll find out. We'll find out how the rest of this race is going to play out as the Ford Mustang pace car hits pit lane, which means showtime yet again. As you have most of the field 2x2, and we are back underway. Let's field 2x2 as well. By the way, good launch off by Wesley Donaldson, but let's see if Mike Kelly's gonna put a fight to him, or is Calantonio gonna put a fight to him as well. We'll find out shortly. I don't think he's gonna start to get aggressive yet, as the tires are already starting to fall off, and they want to burn up all they got so they don't blow a tire. This has been real interesting so far. Uh-oh, we got 3 white salute. We got 3 white salute out of 4. Almost 4 wide there, but they save it. Could we be about to be seeing 4 wide? No, they would. They broke up. They're back 2 by 2. Let's see if they go 3 wide yet again in 3 and 4. Nope, they learned. They learned not to go 3 wide after possibly almost having a caution, getting involved in a caution. As you guys can just tell already, this looks like it's going to be struggling for grip on corner exit. So it's looking like where a lot of these incidents are happening on turn 2 exit where cars are struggling for grip, getting back up to speed after coming out of the turn. Dalton back on the track now. Looks like he's sticking back into the middle of the pack. Looks like he may be a lap or so down as he's still a little down on speed. With Dalton running at 169 right now, while everyone else is running at 170, 180 right now. The 9 almost lost it again, but he saved it. 9 almost lost it again, 1 and 2. He was able to check up and save it. Charles Van Schaik was right next to him and almost involved in a second incident of the night. So now already starting to get file back into single file again, not wanting to be 2 by 2 as of yet again. As we have Tyler Dalton headed back into pit lane. Looks like he's having more issues. Let's see what happens here. I think he's maybe just either calling it for the night or trying to take more repairs as he can. He is still down a lot of speed right now. I'm wondering if we can maybe get a shot of what these drivers are having to face right now. These 8-up tires with a lap with one of our one of our inside car cameras tonight. Speedway Racing's at home to see what it's looking like. Those struggles by Ryan Cook out of turn 4, but he's able to save it. Looks like he got a little loose, but he was able to completely save it. Antonio right now giving it a good fight to Scott Simley for 3rd right now. But they will just get by. Looks like right now we have Mike Kelly and Wesley Donaldson right now just starting to pull away a little bit from Donaldson, from Calantoni and Stimley right now. As we have Stimley and Calantoni side by side yet again. Slight contact. But they save it. They just slightly create a little bit of pain. That might have opened the door for Cody Sturgill now. Want to fight for them on for 3rd as well. Looks like there might be something wrong with Calantoni after that slight contact he made with Simley. As he's still able to fight with Simley, but not as well but still able to keep them side by side, able to keep the 24 Cody Sturgill behind him right now. But I wonder how long Cody Sturgill is going to take that, or when he's going to be ready to pound. But there's about 4 cars that are all trying to get past, but these two fighting how they are side by side, it's gonna make it difficult for them to pass. And another yellow is out on the track. Another yellow out on the track. Let's send it back down to the PTM Instant Replay to break down what happened. You said wild? As you guys can see, turn 2 struck again. It's another victim of Alan Wild this time. This is why grip is important at this point in time right now. Having no grip could make or break your race right now. And as I stated earlier, everyone trying to right now come down and take another splash of fuel as they're wanting. Try to get them through the rest of this race right now. Looks like it's going to be Kelly, Donaldson, Simley, Levi, McCartley, and Bobby Whistler. Top 5 when we go green. As they're just over halfway through tonight. If you think this first half race was intense, then don't go anywhere. We got a whole other second half of this race to do. Right now I feel it's still single file, still lights on the Ford Mustang pace car here tonight. Let's say, it's you race fans at home. Are you enjoying the race so far tonight? So, who do you guys think is gonna win tonight? You know, all these drivers are good. There's only gonna be one crossing the finish line first, taking the checkered. If we're gonna be seeing more aggressive racing, we'll probably see maybe a few more yellows tonight as well with how aggressive these guys are handling it tonight on this old rough worn-out surface. Because once these tires are gone, they'll start wearing fast, and you could either have a blowout, and that could end your night, or you could finish with a little bit of tire left. You don't know how you're gonna finish yet, or how your tires are gonna do. Only the drivers know how the tires are handling right now. We don't. But I can tell some of these drivers all better learn quickly about how turn 2 is handling, or they could be next. Or they could be next going into 1 and 2. Only they could be the next car. But I've seen so far a lot of these cars getting loose and able to correct it themselves. But that still doesn't mean that you're not gonna lose grip. Still trying to overcorrect it, trying to check up, because by checking up, another car couldn't see you check up and hit you and finish upsetting your car if your car's already upset. So if you get loose, it's gonna take driver awareness as you're trying to fix it to try to correct yourself by you checking up. Now, this has been interesting so far. It's filled as 2x2, lights back off on the pace car, which means we'll be going back green on lap 46 of 80. "45 laps? A small handful of cautions right now? Things are getting interesting as it's Kelly, Donaldson, Simley, McCartley, Whistler, your top 5. These drivers don't know that since they got little to no grip now, time to start playing it safe. I will be playing it safe too right now after watching a few cars already spin out of 3 and 4. Play it safe, find grip, and hope it sticks. They still got a whole nother lane or two to work, a whole nother lane to work with on the very top, on the far top side. That might find some grip for them. Anyway, the Mustang pace car is headed back down to pit lane, and the green flag by Bobby the Flagman is back in the air. Bobby the Flagman, Roy the Flagman of many names. He goes by many names. Immediately, good jump by Kelly for the lead. Scott Simley now is trying to put a fight on for second right now. Joe Hudson, Leroy McCartley as well, trying to catch you up there for the fight too. Right now, Donaldson letting Simley by us. He doesn't want any part of it right now as he tries to put another fight to him coming into 1 and 2 again. Looks like that's going to happen. Scott Simley now trying to hold off with the battle for second still right now. Mike Kelly is pulling away. Like if anything so far, race fans, Mike Kelly found a groove that's working for him. Right now we're still 2x2 now for the battle for this for second. As Westerfield's starting to just spread out now, get single file now. This is the only part that's 2x2 right now. As it looks like I'm about to be 3 wide for second now. Looks like we're getting a 3 wide battle now for second too. And that could be trouble too with it being 3 wide on no grip right now. Is it gonna be trouble? Is it gonna be trouble? Is it gonna be trouble? Almost trouble, but they save it. Good up by Donaldson, Simley, and Hudson. Keep it green. 3 wide with no grip. The corner exit almost causing a collision. Now we're 2 by. Oh, Doug Fanchek trying to go around. Fanchek has went around. Caution out. Second time today, Vanchek has spun out coming out of 1 and 2. Now, by the looks of things, as he was spinning out, looks like he was starting to slide up the track, middle of 1 and 2, trying to find grip. Some upset his car because as he tried to correct it, you just see him start to slide and you see him lock it up. Good job by him keeping his car off the wall. And kudos to other drivers out there for driver awareness. Yeah, that's another turn 2 victim. Unlike Sunday, how we were having the turn 4 victims, it's turn 2 it's turn 2 tonight. Taking everybody. Now, if these tires will upset, I feel like things are about to get a little more interesting. What do you guys think at home? Right now, it's supposed to be under caution. Mike Kelly, Scott Simley, Joe Hudson, Wesley Donaldson, and Kyle Tony. Your top 5. And like we did say, it's gonna get aggressive and gonna stay aggressive. You're seeing that here tonight. But I'm also seeing a lot of these guys getting single file and just going with it for right now, not trying to get too aggressive, too late, too early. As there's still a little under 30 laps to go still here. And I've enjoyed it so far. I think we named turn 2 here at Kentucky Calamity Corner because that's where everyone seems to be spinning out, coming out with no grip. But you can spin out anywhere with no grip. Just a matter of when and how you control your car to keep yourself from spinning out. Because as you guys could see, Ranshike, he tried to correct it, but he overcorrected his rule, which is what undoubtedly spun him out. Looks like we should be having about 1 to 2 more laps left before we go green. Which gives us time up here in the booth to get reset for the next few laps here. It does look like lights are still off on the pace car, but these drivers are still getting ready. As you did say before, it is Kelly, Simley, Hudson, Donaldson, and Calantoni are top 5 here in the restart. But this is looking more like it's becoming a car control thing over anything right now. With no grip, upset tires. Just more than likely looking like car control. Who can control their car, who can keep it clean. But it does look like we might be getting ready to go 1 to go. All these drivers are getting ready too. We'll find out here shortly if we're getting the 1 to go or not. Yes, 1 to go signal's been given. Which means about 54 will be back green. Trains will be back green. We'll be ready for another fight. This is still getting real interesting. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stay put. This is still getting real interesting, race fans. I've been on my... normally I'd be sitting down when I make a call, but this race has had me on the edge of my seat the whole race. So I've really been standing in the booth the whole time because of how intense this racing has been. For you race fans at home that doesn't know this saying, this race I've been on the edge of my seat, just means that something's been so intense that you really been paying so far attention. But anyway, Ford Mustang pace car pulls down the pit lane. Kelly, Simley, send him back to green. Mike Kelly's starting to pull away yet again. It looks like I do feel like Mike Kelly found something at this track that no one else has found yet. Because he's been able to get up front and stay up there pretty much most of the race. Anyway, Joe Hudson and Scott Simley right now putting up a good 2x2 fight, as well as Calantoni and Wesley Donaldson right now also putting up a good 2x2 fight right now. Seeing a lot of these guys right now starting to fight 2x2 right now too, fighting for position as laps are winding down. But I wouldn't start doing it yet though, race fans. Or I wouldn't start doing it yet. Like you've been seeing before, the turn 2 victim. Looks like Tyler Dalton decided just to park it for the night. Oh no, that was almost trouble. That was almost trouble out of 4 this time. They save it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. 3, 4, almost 4 wide there on turn 4 exit. That was almost trouble right there. That was almost trouble again. We almost had trouble getting 1 and 2. But we did the 43 contact into the wall. 43 contact in the wall. But he's able to keep it safe, keep it against the wall. Keeps himself from having another bad day here. Another bad day. Now it looks like we have a lot of these guys again trying to get single file again. Not to be all messed around again. I wouldn't either after seeing a bunch of cars almost spinning 3 and 4 right now. But now we have Cal and Tony was able to work his way up to second within the last 2 or 3 laps, and now he has his eyes set on Kelly now for the lead. We have Doug Sigmund, who we haven't talked about much, really running 13th right now. Like Mike Kelly might be having a little bit of issue now, as he's starting to slide a little way up the track, a little too far up the track. Then I have Scott Simley right now with the fourth place on back right now, trying to fight them off right now. They're racing 2x2 right now as well. They're racing 2x2. Fighting. Early. Yeah, if you guys didn't see what happened on exit 4 a few laps ago, that's another reason I was saying I was on the edge of my seat too, because they're getting aggressive. They're starting to get aggressive now as we are on lap 60 of 80. This has been a fun one to watch. Especially for our Mike Kelly fans right now, just able to sit down and not to worry about too much about him. So as you guys can tell, it looks like that he's found something in this track that nobody else has found right now, as he's starting to pull away a little bit from everybody right now, as he's running a 32.59 right now on his last lap speed right now. We also have Cal and Tony and Donaldson right now trying to catch up to him as well right now too. And you gotta be kidding me, another yellow is out on the track. Looks like it was Joe Hudson involved. So let's go back to the PTM instant replay to see how this happened. From what we're seeing, it looks like it went 3 wide in the turn. It looks like we had the 9, the 88, the 24 get a little bit loose, which. Oh, we also had the 23 of Van Schaik involved as well, out of turn 2. Third time today, Van Schaik hasn't been involved in an incident. The first time tonight for the 112 of Joe Hudson as well. So now we're seeing a lot. So now that the race drivers are seeing a lot of incidents out of 3 and 4, out of 1 and 2. Let's see how they start to handle things coming out of 1 and 2 now. Now this is the kind of racing we like to call, almost. But the more fun racing is the green flag racing, really. Now I don't know why you guys would try to go 3 wide in a turn that everyone's been spinning out where you guys have no grip. But hey, let them race it. We just call it as we see it. As of right now, how our greening order is looking right now on the restart is going to be Kelly, Calantoni, Donaldson, Simley, and Wild, your top 5. But the races is turning out to be, race fans. Now, race fans, I'm surprised you guys aren't on the edge of your seats right now either with how intense this racing is. We're seeing a lot of almost spins, but a lot of good awareness and track awareness by all these drivers out here preventing the spins. But sometimes you can't prevent them, as you've seen a few times. We've seen a few times get today where you overcorrect and you spin. That's a lot that's happened in the last few laps so far. It looks like the field is starting to get ready 2x2, which means we should be going green flag racing within the next lap or two. 2x2 trying to cool off the tires a little so they can probably get a little bit more grip out of them. I like what we see the Palantoni trying to do right now. Just ease on, get with his grip right now, and try to cool off his tires right now. That's actually a smart thing to do by Palantoni right now. Cool off his tires so he can try to get a good fire off on this restart here. But I've enjoyed this so far, race fans. Yes, it does look like the field is now working 2x2. Means they just have been told by their crew chiefs where they're lining up for the restart. Guess they have as lights go off on the pace car. Right now these guys are pacing around 57, 56 miles an hour, close to 60 pretty much. With lap times currently being best times of 32.1 for Kelly, 32.42 of Palantoni, and 32.36 of Wesley Donaldson. The best times for your top three at the moment. As lights do go off on the pace car and we're headed down the backstretch, it's Kelly, Palantoni, Donaldson, Wild, and Simley. Your top five. Let's just hope that we can at least get a good 10-15 laps in now. But this race is winding down fast. Laps winding down. Time to get aggressive. Time to start getting slowly aggressive. Things are getting interesting. Pace car down pit lane. The fans are already back on their feet. They're ready to see it. It's Mike Kelly taking him to the green flag. Yet again, Mike Kelly still gets another good fire off. But Palantoni's still trying to work on catching him again. Let's see what happens here. As the field now is starting to already start to head single file already. Seeing a little bit of 2x2 at the 23 right now. Van Schaik, as he's now also trying to work on passing the 04 of Doug Sigmund right now. Otherwise, they're pretty much single file. You see all these cars on the low line, on the middle line, on the high line. Whoever there's grip, these cars are running right now. I would too right now. We have not, as these tires did have a little bit to cool down, but once they get heat in them, that's when they're probably going to start struggling again. These tires still have a lot of heat in them, but with every caution, the drivers are able to slow down and cool them off just a little, which is also real good. Okay, we had a little bit of contact with Bobby Whistle and Scott Simley, but no, they're able to keep it away from each other. We stay green. It's real good as these two are hard racing right now. Hard racing for fourth. Looks like Simley decided just to back off right now, not wanting to upset his car too much right now. Right now we have Palantoni now catching up to Scott, catching up to Mike Kelly right now too, wanting to put a fight to Mike Kelly right now. Trying to put a fight onto Mike Kelly right now for the lead. We also have Donaldson now as well into the mix as well as we're getting ready to have a 3-car battle for the lead on lap 70. Which means when we get back by, which means next time by will be 10 to go. Mike Kelly right now just holding on to his lead right now with Tony and Donaldson still trying to catch up to them, but I don't think they're able to find the grip that Kelly has right now. Mike Kelly's doing something to have some good grip. And I would, and if I was these other drivers right now, I would try to, like Tony and Donaldson, I would try to get up to as close as I can to Tony to try to find the line that he's running to run that same line with him. And then eventually get up onto his bumper and try to throw him off his line where you can try to make a run on him. So that's what we have Tony and Donaldson trying to do right now, trying to bump draft each other right now. We also have Bobby Whistle coming into the mix now too. Nine laps to go. Looks like right now, with everyone trying to get single file now, they know that there's no grip in these tires now. I bet they discovered no grip. Now we have a battle for second going on again between Donaldson and Tony right now, and Bristol right now as well for second and third. I think this one's probably gonna come down to the line. Let's turn 4 exit. You see everywhere else we've spread out pretty good. Everywhere from everyone from Alan Wild on up is pretty close together still. The ones I got mine on right now are Kelly, Donaldson, and Whistle right now, as Tony drops down to 4th. I gotta say, this has been a fun one to call so far. Well, it looks like these drivers now have finally found grip now. All decided to start following Mike Kelly's line, as it looks like we had Whistle make slight contact with the wall on turn 4 on turn 2 exit. Just slowed him down a little, gave Tony a chance to put a run on for third again. We and Donaldson and Mike Kelly can just start pulling away from them now. This looks like exactly what's happening right now as well. As the laps are winding down, these drivers need to start thinking of something to try to get up to Mike Kelly, or Donaldson needs to try to think of something to try to get past Mike Kelly. It looks like Donaldson's trying to make a move on the outside. And Donaldson is trying to contest Mike Kelly right now. Let's see how this is going to happen in turn 3 and 1 and 2. With Mike Kelly actually having a draft right now with 1 and 2. Let's see who has the better grip out of turn 2. Mike Kelly just barely able to hold on past him in turn 1 and 2. But Donaldson, on the other hand, putting another run on him in the back straightaway, going into 3 and 4. 2x2 yet again. Now we have Bobby Whistle now coming into the mix, making a big run on him in a hurry. He wants to get up in a hurry. 4 laps to go. And what an intense race this has been so far. We can't count Whistle out yet, because Kelly and Donaldson can make a mistake, and that could open the door for Whistle, Tony, Simley, anybody within the top 5 right now. Looks like Kelly decides to let up a little and just let Donaldson on by, because he knows he doesn't have the tire to keep up with Donaldson anymore. Donaldson able to make the pass on Kelly. Now you have Whistle coming into the mix, trying to make himself a factor again. Tony as well, but we have Kelly making a run yet again on Donaldson right now. These have been fun to watch the last few laps, from what I can say. It's all coming down to this. Coming out of 3 and 4, they'll be seeing the 3 to go. and Donaldson still able to hold off Kelly. Let's see if Kelly's going to be able to keep his run on Donaldson. Try to make a pass for the lead. Is Donaldson going to be able to make a run and keep Kelly behind in his rearview mirror? What I do not want to be is not have his mirror full of Mike Kelly enough out Donaldson. Kelly's trying to make a move yet again on him, but Donaldson also has a rearview mirror of Bobby Whistle as well. White flag in the air. One more time around at Kentucky. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Donaldson? Is it going to be Kelly? Is it going to be Whistle? We'll find out. Last time through 1 and 2. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Maybe slight contact? I don't know. I couldn't tell from up here. But these two are racing hard for the lead right now. Coming into 1 and 3 and 4 for the last time. Kelly checks up a little. Making run on. Letting Whistle make a run for it. Whistle's going to try to make a run for it. Kelly last chance. And Donaldson takes it at Kentucky. All crazy last few laps. Wesley Donaldson takes home first. And what a race this has been, race fans. Wesley Donaldson, your race winner. This is going to be a fun driver interview as we have Tony trouble making his way into pit exit on the cool down lap. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your finishing results. Your race winner will be, and your top 3 podium finishers will be Wesley Donaldson, Mike Kelly, Bobby Whistle, Scott Simley, your top, Alan Rowdy, top 5, Cody Sturgill, Ryan Cook, Samuel Hill, Doug Stigman, and Brian Wortman, your top 10. Most of your finishers are on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't we get ready for some driver interviews? What do you say? And here is, race fans, your race winner, Wesley Donaldson. So, Wesley, did you really think you were gonna be able to make a run on Kelly within these last few closing laps?
Yeah, when I was behind Anthony, like running third there for a while, I felt like I was quicker than him. I didn't know if he was kind of holding off or anything, but I felt like I could kind of roll through the middle of the corner and get off a little bit better than what he could. I didn't know how I was gonna get around him by the time I got up there. But I didn't like my chances on the bottom, so just tried to stick it on the high side there, and that was a fun battle. I was really up on the wheel, pretty tense for that one.
What was going through your mind on during the last few cautions as you guys were coming out of 1 and 2? Were you thinking it was probably gonna have another one late round, or what do you think was gonna happen there?
Yeah, with the setup being a little bit more loose tonight, it was a little bit more unpredictable than I think the last few weeks have been. So I think a caution probably could have came at any time. And with the way you're kind of sliding through the middle, for me it was like you're trying to pinch down to, not allow him to kind of carry momentum, but at the same time, you're scared to get too close because somebody might just slide up into you.
So, Wesley, congratulations on coming in first tonight. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, just want to say thanks to everybody here at GOAT and Sim 500, Charles, all the other admins that helped put this stuff on. And then thanks to PTM Racing TV and you guys for doing these broadcasts. Love going back and watching them every single week. Shout out to GOAT Racing Diecast for the sponsor of the series, and then to my Instagram page, WBD Diecast, where I make custom diecasts.
Wesley Donaldson, your race winner.
Thank you.
And here's, ladies and gentlemen, coming in second, Mike Kelly. So, Mike, over these last few restarts, were you thinking you were going to have a good shot at winning this thing if it all went your way?
Oh yeah, I'd been a pretty dominant car the whole race, trying to save tires, and Wesley and the other guys that were there. Well, Bobby came out of nowhere, but Wesley there, those guys battling with me had pretty much ran about the same pace most of the race I had, so I felt good about running as hard as I could there. And Wesley just had a little bit better tires there, I believe, at the end, and that's okay though because I think unfortunately Anthony had an issue there in the last corner. I think that's like 2 weeks in a row he's had that happen. So I think that just solidified the points championship for me for sure. And that's what it's all about, winning that points championship. So went out and decided to run as hard as I could last night instead of protect my lead, or tonight, instead of protecting my lead and running around in the back. So it was fun to run up front. Really great racing up front. So fun. Congrats to Wesley. He drove a great race there and raced me clean. And I tried to race him clean, but I got in. My car was so tight going into 3. And I tried to get as much arc into 3 as I could there to maybe beat him off 4 there, because I had done that a couple times when we were running side by side. But that middle line was really good. But I got into his door a little bit going into 3, and we held on to her and held off a fast charging Bobby. And I would have liked to got my 4th win of the season, but I'll take another second place. I think I got 4 or 5 seconds. So good night overall.
Now I was seeing that you were finding a lot of grip and were able to have good firing off on the restarts. How were you able to have some good fires off on the restarts, if you don't mind explaining?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at getting going on those restarts, and there was no restart zone tonight, so that opened up a really big, basically as soon as the pace car pulled off up until the green. So that gives you the opportunity to go to a lot of different areas and get a good jump there. And my car just fired off really good. A lot of people were struggling with the loose condition, and I tend to be a guy who kills the right front sooner than everybody. So I think the balance of it, just by luck tonight, my car fired off really good and actually got a little bit tight on me where other guys were struggling with loose. So you kind of saw that in the restarts where I'd pull out ahead and then they'd slowly, wind me back in. But all in all, it was working really good. I thought the setup was really good, and it's a fun race.
Congratulations on coming in second, Kelly. Mike, do you have anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, Mike, thanks you guys at PTM for putting on these broadcasts. Always a good time to go back and watch. My sponsors here at Sim 500, Trans Service and NC811, and all the sponsors at Sim 500, all the admins at GOAT and Sim 500. It's a great league we got going here. It's a really fun series. And of course, thanks to the Turn 1 Hero guys, Seth and Scott, and thanks to the Smoking Hot Wife for giving me the opportunity to have fun doing my hobby.
Congratulations on coming in second.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Mike Kelly, second place finisher. And now here he is, race fans, your third place finisher, Bobby Witzel. So Bobby, after having those few incidents coming out of 1 and 2, did you really think you'd be coming home with a podium finish here tonight?
No, I feel real bad about that because my teammate got involved in that, and just terrible thing. I wasn't expecting the car to loop there, and just had to struggle bus until finally car got tightened up enough that I could actually get that top side start working, and then came in, finished third. So it's real pleased with that, but beyond that, probably could have done better.
So as you were saying, you had trouble coming out of 1 and 2. Can you explain what happens sometimes when you try to overcorrect loose conditions on bad set of tires?
No, it was fresh tires, and I went down into the corner, and initially it felt good, and I came in probably just a little bit too high, and the car just started walking away from me, and by the time I noticed it, it was too late.
Indeed, there. So Bobby, anybody you like to thank tonight for your car or anything tonight?
I gotta thank all the guys that put this on, Goat Racing, Sim 500 as well, all the officials, the guys who build the setup for this track. Let's see, teammates, of course, Tyler and Anthony and Wesley and everybody, just everyone around. You guys for coming in and putting on the broadcast as well.
Oh, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher, Bobby Whistle. So race fans, I pretty much gotta say that was a good fun race. Like they did say, loose conditions, hard to maintain. But anyway, that's gonna do it for us. I'm Michael Bollinger saying good night from Kentucky.